Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching Glenda's Dragon's Den. LD couldn't make it today, but he will show up one of these days. He's doing a lot of favors for me, so I can bring these shows to you. So kudos to him, and I'm very thankful that he has uh, been willing to do the things that I need him to do so I could do this and be here with you guys. Tonight we have a phenomenal author, who's into paranormal, who's into spirituality, who's into many things, like all of us, awaken, um, on the way to ascension. So, without further ado, I'm going to let her tell you all about herself. Welcome, Nicole Gaspard. How are you?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm good. How are you doing?
How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Um, each and every day that I wake up and I'm breathing, I'm good.
I
So, tell us, about yourself, how you started out, you know, everything about
That's
you
funny
is
how I
what we.
started out because I always enjoyed writing since I was younger,
Mhm. Okay.
especially poetry. So I started writing poetry, like in
Nice.
journals, and I had a couple published here and there, but not
Mhm.
like the whole volume. So I finally worked enough poems to create my first poetry book.
Okay. Okay.
From there, I learned a little bit about energy work
Mhm.
and how our soul travels, like astral traveling. So I
Mhm.
believe that I do that almost on a nightly basis. It's like no
I
wonder I'm always drained.
I I
Every kid
believe
spirit, but
yep, I believe that we do astral project or astral travel, and that's how we get to dreamland, basically. So,
and that led me to write. I don't know how in particular order, but this one I wrote about soul traveler.
mhm.
It's about my experiences in the astral realm and
Nice.
so forth, and what to expect and what not to expect.
Well, tell us a little bit about that book.
Yeah, it's mainly about how I yeah, before I got into paranormal, actually,
Mhm.
um, like vegetation and so forth. But yes, we had came out to play because I was so intrigued by how energy worked,
Mhm.
like healing. So I know I have that ability as well. A Reiki, at least say it wrong.
Mhm. Reiki.
I
Yeah.
got attuned to first Reiki, but I
Mhm.
never really finished it yet. Hopefully one
well,
day.
well, you have your calling, and at this point, you're just being directed to write to help heal others in writing. So,
Yeah, I think I
you.
wrote this as well. My grandmother went to see a psychic when I was
Mhm.
younger, and this psychic said there's something special about your granddaughter's hands.
Mm.
So, it kind of signifies to me that I might have healing hands.
Good, good, good. So that book. What let now? What's the next book that you remember you wrote?
I should say my first book, which really got me into the paranormal right after the energy work.
Right.
Um, always get to seek mentors in whatever area that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's for this dark pathways.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a paranormal diaries, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tend to have a lot of, as you know, as a medium, I tend to have a lot of spirit into these encounters, you
Mm-hmm.
know, not just those for spirit and other beings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Angels, demonic, whatever you want to call it. And even gnomes and fairies I've
Mm-hmm.
encountered. And UFOs, so it's quite big.
Okay. Yes. Yes. That's what happens to when the medium opens up And that's why we always tell people to be responsible, to protect themselves before they decide to
Yeah, I
start
wrote about
channeling.
that too.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're opening yourself up to, especially at a unknown location. It's like
Hmm.
I'm okay at my house, but when I'm somewhere else, I make sure a devil protects you. You
Yes.
know?
Yes. You never know, right? You never know. So, yeah, you've been talking about the paranormal. So, how did that start? Really?
But it has been a medium to be an age. I've had many encounters. I even had an imaginary friend that wasn't so imaginary. Kind
Hmm.
of rambunctious, actually. Little typical poltergeist, you know. It woke me up every night, and they still would wake me up. I'm like, now I'm kind of used to it. Or I would say, this better be it. I was in sound sleep.
Yes, yes, yes. So, now have you done investigation per se, or
I've been on a couple, yeah.
yeah?
I highly not recommend doing so many at once. We went over on top of our head. We went to 3 locations one day, and the
Uh,
next day I went to the open house. That's a huge one. You don't
okay.
need an open house.
Yeah, sometimes it's needed to rest in between, so you can be protected.
But I had a good time. He has an awesome house.
Yes, yes. So, tell us more about you and your books, and how, when your grandmother took you to the psychic or to the medium and they said that you were special, um, how did that manifest? I mean, your grandmother was there. Did she encourage you? Um,
Oh yeah, in fact, he was the only one that I really confided to any abilities because everyone else is either skeptic, I mean, which
mhm,
is fine to be skeptic, but at least be a little open.
mhm, mhm.
That's just how I think. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I'm too open.
Well, the way I look at it is, we really don't know 100% sure of anything. We only know what we know and what is told us. And,
Right.
you know, whether we believe in aliens or not, or ghosts or not, we should respect the other person.
I mean, it's
Uh,
like anything is like Bigfoot. I know he's out there, even though I
yeah,
haven't seen it. I know he's out there.
exactly. It's like the same thing as, say, somebody who's very religious, or even religious, period, who believes in God in faith. They've never really seen God, and but they know it exists. They believe God
You can
exists.
definitely
So
feel
the
his
same thing.
presence. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So you feel the presence of the UFO or the galactic family. You feel the presence of the spirits from the other side. It's basically the exact same thing in my book. I mean, I think you and I think alike, and so that's why I'm just saying it. And when when you were having the imaginary friend that isn't so imaginary, um, did you that imaginary friend basically was there to guide you, or kind of to encourage you to do things? Sometimes they're here to, kind of say, at some point, just nag, so you can just get up and do start what you're supposed to be doing. Or were they
Yeah.
there to, do other things?
Bigfoot is kind of mischievous, so he's not the type of guy you want to be with. You know, kind of like
Yeah.
fairies. They're mischievous as well.
Well, there's a lot of mischievous spirits, and just like there's a lot of humans that are mischievous. So
Right?
it's
Reminds
just
me of
made.
my
Yeah.
first ghostly encounter, if you don't mind me sharing. Yeah, I wrote about in my first book, Dark Pathways,
Mm-hmm.
and so one time, I think I shared it before, where I was visiting my grandparents at my great grandparents' home.
Uh-huh.
They unfortunately filmed it because they both passed on. So I was staying in their guest room. Always the guest room. I seem to have these weird experiences. And I remember they collected all these strange dolls. And one was like almost my height. I'm only like 4'9".
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was standing up against the wall doing this. Really, I'm like, okay, so one night I managed to fall asleep in that room. I hated dolls. I never liked dolls. Not even when I was younger. I read to play with color, airplanes, but or the
Yeah.
piano.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was finally managed to go to sleep, and then all of a sudden I felt something heavy slap at the bed. So I'm looking around at the dolls, you know. They didn't appear to move, or the cat, because the door was a little bit open, and yeah, the cat passed on as well.
Mm.
So I get visited by animal pets too,
Yes,
quite
very
frequently,
good. So,
especially cats.
yes, cats are very connected. They're what I call definitely connected to the divine being
Right,
and divine energy. Cats know when you're not feeling good. They know when you need encouragement. They nudge you. I mean, they're just very connected. So I'm, like always, if they're connected here, they're going to be very connected on the other side. So, so
right.
they
And then
have a
that
lot.
kind of really
Hmm.
opened my mind a little bit more and having those experiences, you know.
Right.
But each one is different, so
Yeah. Yeah. Each
and
each.
this time
Mm.
recently I had a similar experience here.
Oh.
Not in this house, but in my front house. We have two houses here.
Okay.
So in my front bedroom I was asleep and all of a sudden I felt someone like sat right next to me on my shoulder and patted my shoulder.
Oh. Okay.
I swear it could be either my dad or it could be my late husband.
Well,
Or
either
both.
one. Either one. Well, um, they could just be saying it's okay. Don't, you may have felt guilty or something. I don't know. But they're
And I
probably
was
just
stressing
saying, yeah,
that week for me being sick, you know, I was pretty bad for over a week.
yeah,
So
yes. So that they could just been trying to bring some healing to you then. You know.
it's funny, I've only seen my father apparition but no one else.
Hmm.
But I felt like my late husband's spirit around.
Right.
One of the creepiest things, I don't know if I mentioned it before, when I was shortly after his death in 2020,
Uh-huh.
I was putting away the rest of his things. He's the type that don't mess with my stuff type guy. You know, I was putting away his stuff all of a sudden in his tub container, you know,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it started to shake. It's like, no, don't put away my stuff. I think that's what he was trying to tell me, don't mess with my stuff. Like,
Well, unfortunately, you gotta do it. So,
yeah, I hate
uh,
you too, but yeah,
yes, yes. He was probably also saying, um, maybe there's something in there that you may want to see or keep or whatever. I mean, they try to communicate with us in whatever way they can. So.
right. And that really shook me up. I never shared it with anyone except you guys. I didn't
Uh-oh,
want to
now
freak
you should.
you out.
It's between us girls. Don't pay attention to the audience.
I didn't want to freak everybody out, you know. I didn't know I see things, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Of course, it's sometimes people don't understand that there's a lot
Yeah,
going
but if you don't
on.
understand, you're afraid of it. So I can see that.
Yeah, yeah. So now we talked about a couple of your books. Tell us more how you got inspired, basically, to write books. Besides, you were writing when you were young, poetry and stuff like that. Um, Like, did you finally get a push and did you finally say, okay, let me branch out? Did you hear a voice saying, get it out, get it out? People need to hear
Right.
this
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like I swear sometimes they write themselves, especially when I'm typing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like every now and then time I can type really fast.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
key if you can type fast.
Automatic writing. That's what I call it.
Yeah, automatic
Shadow.
typing, right?
Yeah. Right. They didn't have
And I
computers
also
or
wrote
typewriters before, so it was writing.
I also wrote a lot of journals too.
Oh, nice,
So it's
nice.
mainly for my journals.
Well, you're writing from your journals too.
Yeah.
Good, good. And your journals are all of your experiences in general, or do they have different subjects, or just?
Well, they're pretty old. And I try to store them so that way when I get older I remember what I wrote. Just like in music, I had to record all my songs so I know later on I'll just play and forget.
Okay,
You know,
so you write music.
yeah. I
Yes.
compose music from a young
Okay.
age. So
Good.
they said I was kind of like genius level, like Mozart level.
Nice.
So I do love classical and variety of music. So I don't know. Sometimes,
Nice.
I don't believe it or not, sometimes some of my spirits or angels might sing along.
Well, you know what? It's a great gift, and I am.
I don't
Uh,
mind this, you know. I got
it's
used to it.
but it's nice because the world needs to hear that music. Music is very healing, very healing. Whether it's fast music, slow music, whatever type of music it is, each person has likes different songs because each one resonates differently with us. And
I
at
think
that moment,
I hear music
yeah.
in my dreams. So
Hmm.
a lot of my dreams are really vivid.
Nice,
And so that's probably where I got the ideas or impressions from or my experiences.
nice,
Um,
nice.
I knew that
Now,
in
what what made you write the dark book?
a dark pathway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because I have so many experiences, I just didn't want anybody to feel that they're alone. Because sometimes you might feel like you're alone and you don't want to confide to. Like, I only have my grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the last one I have right now. My grandmother. And,
Mm-hmm.
so she's just old in her age.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I know. And so, yeah, I just want to make sure that from my experiences, they can learn from my experiences and my mistakes. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
only human. I make mistakes. So
And we don't come with
I'm not perfect.
instructions. We do not come with instructions. Kind of wish we did so we could pick up that manual and said, okay, in this case, I should do this. Oh, okay.
I bet my
And
dad, I bet my spirit guide her like, what's she doing now?
yeah,
I'm probably
we're,
on my last
we're
angel.
they're all drinking at the bar going, "Oof, we need a stiff drink. This is too much." That's what I keep
Right?
saying about mine. Mine are going, oh, not again.
I think you're out of that mess again.
Oh Lord. So now your grandmother's the only one that knows now, or have you told your friend also that your friends that
Yeah,
you
she knew right away
okay,
that I had this gift, so she had to help guide me with, especially with astral traveling.
right,
And that's why it's so easy for me now. It's so
right.
or remote viewing. So, I want to talk a little bit about remote viewing. You know, it sends you with
Mm-hmm.
the mind or
Mm-hmm.
third eye. And it's like I'm there. And a lot of times I'm also part of the World Legacy Foundation. And
Okay.
they carry on the work of the late Edward Ward. And being such a big fan, of course, I applied.
Good.
So, and they accepted me. I was surprised that, I'm not on a team or nothing. They accepted me because of my abilities.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's like, yeah, I don't mind people testing me. That's important. You need to test the psychics,
Yes, of course.
you know.
And just keeping in mind though that not you're not 100% every day. That's
Right.
just because
Well, yeah,
we're
we
in
hit
the
and
human
misses, you know,
we're
but hey,
we're in the human
what's
body, you
wrong?
know? Yeah.
But yeah,
We
it's like I tell them every time they give me a full address or a location, I
right.
feel like I'm right there.
Good.
It
Good.
works better with the full address. I don't know why. I just feel like I
Well,
can shut right there. I'm
good.
like, I feel like I'm trespassing. I thought that was funny.
Yes.
I'm like, give me
It
another one. We're practice.
So, you help find people, find
Yeah,
look at
even
crime.
even lost cats. I
Nice.
even helped guide them back home. I know it sounds weird, but I helped guide them back home.
Okay. Good. No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I told my
You know,
my girlfriend, she knows I have these kids. So like, okay, I'll
yeah,
try to see if I can help find her. I was told her she might be, and then it
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes I I do basically a little bit of the same thing, and I also talk to the animals. And sometimes it's so funny because you're like, oh, they're stuck in a tree, and this tree has this and that, and then we have looked all around. Just go back. They're there. Just look a little higher, and then you're like, oh, they're there. Okay. And then you get the for example, the cat saying, you told on me. Why'd you tell on me? And you're like, they
you
need
can't
to
hide nothing
find
from a
you.
psychic.
Yeah, they need to find you to bring you back home so you could be safe and warm and eat and drink and all that other stuff. So and find your home again. Um, so this is fantastic news that you were accepted. And how long have you been doing that now?
Um, yeah, help the years as part of a psychic network, and that's really where I got my start in radio.
Okay,
And then I hooked up with Paranormal Q Radio for another couple years, so I have some radio background as well as podcasts.
good,
Now I
good.
have this podcast on a TV network, Stream TV
Okay,
network,
okay. What was that TV?
Stream STRIMM
Oh,
TV network.
fa- fantastic, fantastic. And now your
I'll try to send
shows.
you the link.
Does your show air at any particular day or time,
Yeah,
or
it shows a lot of my videos. So I have like 3K videos on my YouTube channel.
okay, okay,
It
good,
also shares where I managed to capture some not only paranormal activity but also UFO activity. We have a
good.
lot of sightings. I was sharing my latest book. Excuse me. Stars beyond the stars. So they keep changing the
Hmm.
time. Beyond the beyond the stars. True UFO experiences, and a lot of my experiences really took place here in
Okay.
Hemet, California. And in my research, I found that there's like almost 200 UFO sightings alone here in California.
Yes.
So I know
Yes.
I was seeing something
Yes, of course. And
here in California and Florida.
okay. Yes, they like the warm.
I don't blame them.
So, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Oh, just like Nicole Gaspard, psychic seer.
Okay.
I prefer
Okay.
to be called psychic seer because I can do both mediumship and remote viewing and other things.
Good. 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 Good.
How to
So
put two and two together.
people can find you and look for you and look at all those videos because, you know, um, what I believe is we're all brought here to help each other. And through
Right.
our experiences, if we learn how to speak about them and put ourselves out there, then others won't feel, like you said, so alone. Maybe others will say, oh my God, I had the same experience. I didn't know what to do. I just shut it down. I didn't want
But I
people to
love
think
doing
I
these
was
shows.
crazy.
These shows.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Because, um, we all have a connection with something.
Right.
And even God shows themselves to us in different ways. He may show it to us in the face of
I've
it.
had visions of heaven and hell.
Yes.
None of it real.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. It's
Heaven,
very
I don't mind, but hell, forget it.
well. I unfortunately, I think hell is right here, right now.
Yeah,
That's what I,
it's probably
what
the
I.
first or third hell. Then we go just like
Yeah, yeah.
one of them.
I believe that this is definitely part of hell. I have not hell. Earth is right now, this 3D dimension is very very interesting. Let's just say that. And
I
we,
just like I'm learning about like school. And then once we graduate, we go to like reincarnation. I
yeah,
believe that's fully
yes.
to another vehicle. You might say another form of vehicle.
We keep coming back until we finally get it right. We learn, we evolve, and then we could go what
Hopefully,
to
I
where
finally get it
people
right
say,
this time.
yes, me too. And hope we could go back to heaven as people,
I know
say.
I've had I think I shared it before. I had my first past life regression
Hmm.
and UFO regression,
Yes.
which will be in my next book. I'm up to 16 books.
Very
So
good.
I'm gonna talk about my missing time, and that's one of the main signs that you might have been
Hmm.
abducted by
Hmm.
UFO or aliens.
Yeah.
And which is weird in this UFO regression. We found I was probably about 15 years old when it happened,
Mm.
when I was possibly abducted. And I keep talking about these blue beings, and they kind of remind me of Avatar.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that. It's funny though because if you notice, a lot of the times movies kind of give you somewhat truth of what people discover later, isn't it? Isn't it
Right.
strange? Like, the Men in Black that they were hybrids on Earth, and nobody
Yeah, I
thought
think it
that
probably
was.
erased my memory like
Eh,
really well.
yeah, exactly. It's like, and yet we just thought it was a movie, and now things are starting to come out, and we're starting to realize that some of those movies are kind of telling us exactly what's going on without telling us directly.
Right. I think
So
the more open you are, the more you experience, you'll see more.
yes,
So
yes.
I think that's why give me a voice to them.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Drinks, yes. Go ahead.
Sorry.
We all get that dry throat, and
I
we're
think it worked on
taking.
my throat chakra or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yes, yeah, I believe that once you're open, you see more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, now that you had your grandmother, and you still have your grandmother, did your
Yeah, she's
first
still around.
did your husband who passed away, may he rest in peace, did he believe, or did he just said, okay, that's your
I
belief,
think
my
he
beliefs?
he kind of believed, and he supported me in that area. And
Good.
he always asked me, "Is that a spirit?" I'm
Okay.
like, "Yeah."
Well, so
So
he kind of had to see, right, in order to be asking you if that's a spirit. So he had to know that it was there.
yeah, yeah, I'm part Cherokee Indian, so it's
Yeah.
part of the
Okay.
spiritual side.
Yes. Very. Very. So, you say he passed away. You put his stuff away, and while you were doing that, his some of the totes
Yeah, I
were
thought it's
shaking.
like an earthquake. You know, we get a lot of quakes out here, but
Yeah.
nothing else is shaking or moving. I didn't even feel the floor move except for that toe that was shaking like crazy.
And you're like, okay, okay, I understand.
Yeah, I know you're here.
So, did that experience in- influence or encourage you um, to write another book?
Yeah, actually, I've written one about the loss of my husband,
Hmm.
widow's memoir or something like that.
Okay.
How to deal with grief and all that good stuff. So
Good. Good. So
this
you're
one kind of
you're.
want to talk about shadow work because
Hmm.
I learned how to do that as well.
Hmm. Yes. Shadow work is very important, and
Yeah,
it's sometimes very hard to face. But it sounds like you got a handle on it, and with that book, you're going to be healing a lot of others who
I hope
are
so.
who go through the same thing. Grief is grief, and there's many sides to grief, and you
Yeah,
know,
unfortunately, it's part of life.
part of life, right? You were born, and you know that as soon as you start counting, yeah, the other side is saying, "Okay, we're almost
I know
there.
I
It's a
have you.
race."
I have you. I have you close calls, so the one I'm still here.
Right, right. Um, so tell me about the other books. That some of the other books, the most that
Oh gosh, I even co-authored one of my husband's. He likes to write too.
okay.
He wrote this entirely different paranormal. He loved roller coasters. Once you know it, I don't like roller coasters.
I don't like roller coasters either.
I can't even handle the one at Disneyland for that matter. But I
Ah,
managed to go on them.
well,
I'll be like,
that's
I'll wait for you on the other side.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I helped finish his book, and so he was happy about that. It's
Nice,
on Amazon as well.
good, good, good. So it must be nice that you helped. It feels good that you helped him leave a legacy with that book. So
Yeah, we never had any children, so I think really that's really what got me through it is writing.
right.
So I knew I have a hard time dealing with it because I love kids, you know. I love
Mm-hmm.
being around kids. So
Mm-hmm.
and our neighbor has like 7 kids, so they're always talking to me like, yeah,
Well, unfortunately, sometimes we're just not meant to have a child for whatever reason. But
meant to do something else.
you have other stuff right now. So the books are your children, your experiences are your children, and you could always go to the public library and read to the children there.
Right?
On a
And
weekly
that's
or
not
every
that.
other week. Yeah, so there's a lot of different options that you can still be in children's life and see their smiley face and
Yeah, in fact, one of my
l-
first jobs, I used to be a preschool teacher. Eight.
oh, beautiful, beautiful. So those were your children.
Yeah.
So um and so you have written about your alien experiences, for lack of other wording, or galactic experiences, your angelic experiences, your grief, paranormal in general. Is there any other type of subjects that you have written about, or besides your poems, I should say, or are you looking to?
That's it. The healing. I kind of want to work more on that Reiki.
Right,
2 minutes, in healing
right.
area.
Mm-hmm.
My
Good,
friends is like, whenever they feel my hands, like it feels warm, you know. And I
good.
know that, it's a sign that they're working.
Yeah, yes, yes,
Or I
exactly.
know it's weird. I see light sometimes flash, like, even with my eyes open or closed. Especially with
Mm-hmm.
my eyes closed, I
Mm-hmm.
see a speck of light and I know it's working.
Yeah, yes, it definitely does. I'm a grandmaster, so I know I could see it when people are using their hands
Right.
and sending energy. I could see that energy flow.
A lot of
Um,
times I don't use my hands. It's tiring after a while. Because,
right.
yeah, the energy thing, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah. Well, it's all how you were trained or how you've been able to channel it. So, um, I now, do you foresee yourself writing any other special books or?
I think I have a few ideas in mind. Just try to finish the one I have now. It's almost done.
Good, good. And do
Yes.
you have a name for that one yet, or?
Just called a curse of the second seer.
Okay, okay.
Kind of like what we go through and what to experience if you have these particular gifts like mine.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a nonfiction story.
Right, right. So it's it's to help others who have your gifts or the same
Yeah,
type of
remote
gifts.
viewing
Right, right.
and not to be afraid of it, and you can help find missing people or pets.
Yes, exactly.
Help
Wonderful.
cases, solve cases. I always wanted to be a psychic detective.
Mm.
I'm probably too old for that now, but
Well,
I always,
yeah.
if you're below, police department, you can always call me or email me. I'm always trying to be available.
Yes, yes. That's what I always say. If somebody needs help, we're here. That's what we're here for, isn't it? To help
Yeah,
each other. That's why we get receive these gifts, not just to uh, say we have the gift, but to really help those that are in need. Now, have you ever found yourself in a situation that, um, because of your gift, because of the way you feel and how connected you are, that you say in a house and you're like, okay, I'm out of here? Or basically you've been able to um, withstand
well,
whatever kind of energy there is?
I think really like the time when I got lost in the forest. I started to hear things, and then right after that, I don't remember much after that. It's like I remember going towards the forest with my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We went hiking. We used to go camping a lot at Yosemite or Ojai. I think we were at
Nice.
Ojai.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think that's the time when I might have got abducted because I don't
Mm.
remember going from point A to point B. But when I
Right.
finally got to point B, I was wandering around on the other side of a campground.
Wow.
Like an hour later, they said I was missing for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's like,
oof.
that
And
really opened my system.
yeah, well, it must have been very frightening for you back then because going like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't even know what happened. So, and the
I had
fact,
very little training because I used to be in brownies. I
right,
never got to do what is it called, Girl Scouts, because that's when I got really sick. I was in
right.
the hospital most of the time that year.
Oh,
I have a
sorry,
couple
sorry.
open heart surgeries.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry
So
to,
yeah, I have a lot of trauma in my past life.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's really what opened my third eye is traumas.
Mm. Yes,
Or
I do hear that when one has surgery, for some reason, you come back in major surgery. You come back and you kind of have sparked some gift. So,
yeah, so or NDE. Uh,
mhm, yes,
I might have experienced that in one of those patients,
yes,
and it's weird. I tend to still hear spirits from time to time. Like
hmm,
the other night, I heard a name out of the blue. I heard Edward.
okay,
I'm like, who is Edward? I know I had an Uncle Ed, but I don't know. He never said it like Edward. He
right,
just called him Ed or Eddie.
right, right. I
Maybe he's coming back to visit. I don't know.
maybe, maybe, or maybe he was trying to contact you, and he had to use a different spirit to call out your name. You know.
But again, it kind of makes sense. We used to do a lot of seances,
Okay.
which I highly not recommend if you're not, if you don't know what to expect. But
Yeah.
I always say make sure you protect yourself,
Mhm.
especially if you use like a Ouija board. I
Mhm.
have no I have no patience. I have no patience with the Ouija board anymore. So like I don't need it.
Well, I truthfully I don't really like Ouija boards because unfortunately, the people, a lot of the times that people use it are young kids, and they don't properly protect themselves. They don't properly close it,
I've had
and
many crazy experiences with the Ouija board.
right,
It's like, I
and
think I'm done with it now.
it's
Unless it's done like professionally in
yes,
a
yes,
right
that's
setting.
that's a proper setting with a proper protection, proper person
And
to
to me, it's just
guide
like
it.
another divination tool.
Yeah,
As a
yeah,
recording device that
right,
we use for EVPs
right. It's yes, it's best
or
to
any
do it.
divination
Yep.
divination tool.
Any divination should be properly done with full protection. Somebody who knows what they're doing, um, or has done it
Or the
before.
pendulum. This is my new pendulum.
Oh, nice,
That I
nice.
love to use.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
They it's so easy to use and they're so accurate in my book.
I can even locate and close portals with the
Yes,
pendulum
yeah,
and
yeah.
dowsing rod.
Thousand rods, yes, yes.
I can feel the energy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly,
So
exactly. There's so many
I
ways
love
as
feeling
long
the
as you
energy.
protect yourself. So many ways as long as you protect yourself. And I know you
Right,
do because you're responsible and you don't want to get attached to anything
right.
that
Yeah, they
isn't
follow me anyway, but it's
cohabiting.
not like
They follow us, but they're not attached, which is a different thing, you
yeah.
know.
I
Um,
had experience. This is funny. Actually this is a ghost. He said he followed me. He admitted it. He followed
mhm,
me
mhm.
from my former workplace.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used to
yeah.
be a grocery clerk.
Okay, okay,
So he must
yeah,
have saw it, but they're used to. I asked him what they so attracted to me for because my light. I think that means my aura. My
yes,
aura.
yes.
What they're saying.
Yep, yep. They're saying, when they say we see your light, you become like the lighthouse with your aura,
Yeah.
which is very bright. So that's why they can find you, and that's how they can
Right.
go with you. If they want to.
They feel like a walking target sometimes.
Yes. Well, I have learned to just protect myself automatically. Um,
Yeah, we have to on a daily
what
basis.
on a daily basis, yes. And you also
And
have to kind of
grounding.
cleanse yourself and ground yourself on a daily basis. Because this is the only way you're going to keep your energy. That's what I always say.
Right.
So now, you're writing a book and you have some other ideas. And now, is there any appearances or anything that's coming up soon that you want to discuss or?
um, yeah, I don't think I have a period anywhere shows, but I'm always open to it if they always need us or something like that.
Okay, all right. And your podcast that airs in any
I Psychic
particular day?
Seer. I know I keep changing the title, but I
Yes,
think I'm
I
gonna
could
stick
see.
with this one, Psychic Seer
Psych,
podcast.
yeah, Psychic Seer podcast. And does that stream at any particular day and time, or just when you're able to
Maybe
record?
like for interviews, like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I try to keep it open for
Right.
those that have to work because now I'm retired. So like, okay, so let me know I can work around it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Okay, all right. So,
or I do random topics during
mhm.
Tuesdays. So
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, is there anything we have not covered that you want to express?
um yeah, I wrote like 16 books for 17. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure I might be done by next month. As fast as I write, yeah.
Good,
Hopefully by
good.
next month. And I'm more of an independent author. I don't have an agent yet, but I'm open.
Yeah, right. And so they're on Amazon, and I will have the link for the
Amazon and
books.
Barnes and Noble. I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh yes,
that's
I
when I
kind of
had
see it.
that's when I had my first book signing.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
so
So
that was something about Barnes and Noble. I was surprised because it's mainly about paranormal experiences.
Right, right. Well, congratulations,
It's
congratulations.
called random spirits.
Okay.
Because when you're sick, you run across different ghosts and
Yep.
spirits, and like I never knew them in life. So that's how I got one more random spirits and random
Hmm.
one called random spirits.
Very true. Very true. So, is there anything else that you want to share with us? Uh,
um, I don't know. I think I'm good.
okay. Well,
Let's see any more questions.
you know what? I could go on here forever, so I just prefer leaving it. So, and once you write a couple more books, you come back and tell us all about it.
Sure.
And but I mean, you have such an interesting life, and um, I am very blessed to have gotten to know you,
Thank you
and
for this
all
opportunity.
and all those books are so healing to others.
I remember them all.
Oh,
Hopefully, I touched on a few.
you did, and people can find you on Amazon. So I will, like I said,
Right.
and Barnes and
Nicole
Noble.
Gaspard.
Yep,
I know
and
I'm Nicole Ray on Facebook. My author name is Nicole Gaspard.
okay, and what I'll do is I will put that down, all your links that I can find on the
I appreciate it.
description. Of course, of course, and please hold. I just want to tell the audience that we're very blessed, very thankful. Keep subscribing, keep watching, keep sharing, so then others can find out about things that maybe they feel alone about. As always, thank you, Nicole. Thank you to
Thank
all
you
of
for having
you.
me.
Many blessings, and we love you all. Bye.
Bye.